Austin Ekeler, Washington Commander. What am I supposed to think?
I know. Sometimes, well, actually, all times, good things come to an end. But it's a bittersweet moment. Bittersweet because yes, would have loved to figure something out with the Chargers, but it wasn't the scenario. We know how the NFL works. So guess what? It's a new opportunity to establish myself in a new city and under some new colors. So looking forward to that.
You had a lot of interest. I mean, you were an incredible player, incredible asset. What was the you used the word misalignment. What was the conversation with Jim and company? How could you possibly be a misalignment when you can do everything?
Well, I think you can kind of see kind of how they've been building the team so far this offseason. Went out and drafted, a tackle first round, brought in some bigger backs over from Baltimore. And so it's like, hey, they want a guy they can hand the ball off to 300 times a year. And look, I haven't had that capacity to do that. That's not my game. That's not how Austin Eckler is going to be the best on the field. So there was the misalignment there, which no harm, no foul. I'm gonna go find somewhere else where I can, add value where Austin can be the best version of myself out there.
What's the sell by DQ? One of my faves. Energy guy, intense guy. I imagine you vibe with him really well.
It's been amazing because I'm big into like coaching culture, and he's establishing the standard. He's talking about what it actually means. He's showing clips of what the tangible things are for people for the expectation to be met. He's talking to me as an individual, as a leader. Hey, you got to make sure you get your backs doing this. He's talking to us as, hey, this is how we protect our team. He's showing clips of, hey, this is how we protect ourselves when we're talking versus media. He's coaching culture, and I'm like, this is what the offseason is about. Like, it's so special to see that with DQ, and so I've been very blessed and very fortunate to be playing on his team.
Wait, I love that you're reunited with Anthony Lynn. I mean, that was your first head coach. Now he's your run game coordinator, which is amazing. When you talk about running back philosophy and the fact that you have the same one as him, how would you describe that in one sentence?
Being the most efficient within the scheme that can maximize your talent's potential is his philosophy.
Oh, I think the NFL should be scared then with what's going to come between you and Brian.
Well,
You and Brian Robinson are going to be that 1-2, let's go. Like I can't wait to see what that looks like.
Exactly. And kind of going back to my sentence, it's with the skill set that you possess. So he understands, hey, there's things that I'm going to be better at than Brian and vice versa. Brian better than me. And he is very big into which players get which plays because, hey, we're setting you up for success with this type of scheme. Doesn't mean you can't run the plays that might be set up for the other person. But, hey, if this is called, ideally, we'd like to have this player on the field because they have their skill sets.
Three straight seasons with over 1,000 all-purpose yards, and you missed time last year due to injury. But you were an 11 out of 10. DQ is built that way as well. And I remember talking to you last year. You were I feel like you knew the ankle maybe wasn't 100 because the way you sort of talked about it, I was a little, and then you missed some time with it. So just straight up, how are you feeling? How close to your best are you feeling?
I mean, at this point, I feel as good as I possibly can. Like I will not feel better than I am right now, which I should be at this point in the off season. And I'm liking what I'm putting on film. Like I feel fast, I look fast, I'm in the right spot. Jayden and I are really meshing together. I know I'm getting a lot of reps with him every time he's on the field. I'm on the field with him, so it's like I'm getting comfortable with him. He's getting comfortable with me, and it's allowing me to play faster. But then also I'm seeing him build trust in myself to hit me on some man beater routes and stuff like that. So it's going to be an exciting time.
Are you going to be his best friend? Like, is it going to be a lot of talk about Jayden Daniels to Austin Eckler? What are you doing to, as a veteran, build that chemistry with this kid?
Yeah, yeah, and I think it's one of the things that has just been kind of laying itself out while we go to practice, where it's like, hey, like like I said, I'm on the field with him, and so it's me talking to him. It's him. Like, yet, for instance, yesterday I had a little choice route, and I sat, and he was like, hey man, do you think you could have broke in on that? And I was like, hey, the safety was coming down to plug that hole, so I was a little timid, so I just sat. I just made a decision, so you just put it on me, and so we're already building that chemistry of, hey, how do we see play? How do we see ball? How are we going to communicate out there? And he's been a great kid to work with. I say kid now because I'm 29. You know,
I mean, he's young, but I mean, he's in OT. It sounds like you're really impressed with the rookie.
Yeah, I have been. I have been. I'm super proud of him and how he's come along, not only just as a player, but how he's really bought into just, establishing himself in that role, taking charge and being a leader as well. It takes time with that role, especially because they have so much to learn. And so like I said, I've been really, really impressed with how he's come along and just seeing his talent on the field in general without, even looking at the playbook and stuff, watching him run, watching him throw on the run, watching him make decisions, watching him, do the option read, and get out in spaces. I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is going to give us a good chance.
I mean, the changes to the O line, I think will be great. It might take a little while to gel, but the way he's built, we need to protect this guy.
At all costs. That's why, hey, that's why I'm his best friend, because I'm his backfield buddy. I got his back there.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this connection. Is it weird to be the OG and like you're in there's obviously a new regime going out with the Chargers, but you were on two playoff teams. Like you are an OG in this league now. And now you're in this place that's got like Bobby Wagner pedigree coming in. You've got a wild card in Cliff Kingsbury, 100%. You've got DQ, who's got really a lot of intensity, like tough division. But do you get the feeling that there could be magic here? Not just for Magic Johnson, but playoff wise?
That's for us to go build, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. Like
Yeah.
this is the off season. What are you supposed to do in the off season? I had someone ask me about this the other day. How the playoffs? Like, what are you thinking? Is this a new? Do you guys have a chance? And I'm like, I don't even give a damn about any of that right now. I don't care because I can't even think about that. I got to think about getting the guys that are in the building ready to go. And what does that mean? That means establishing a standard because there's a lot of new guys around. So what does
Yeah.
that mean? What does that mean tangibly that I need to go do to hold myself accountable and hold myself to a standard? That needs to be established. Then it needs to be established of how we're going to work, how we're going to go out there and how we're going to actually execute. How do we communicate? Who's leader? Do we have vocal leaders? Like who's leading?
Well, clearly
Who
you're the leader. You're talking to me. I feel like I'm interviewing Dan Quinn right now. You're talking about getting the guys in the building ready.
Well,
Is that your role?
I think I would say yes. I'm building into that role, and we just talked about it. I've been around for a while. I was a captain for the Chargers for the last 4 years, and so I have put myself in a role where I am vocal. I am vocal. To be a captain is a huge honor. You get voted on by your team, but it's more. It's not even about that. It's about making sure that we're putting ourselves in a position to be successful. Because at the end of the day, we're all trying to get paid. We're all trying to win games. So what do we got to do? We want to put ourselves in a position where we can win. So we need people to be held accountable, to be playing up to a standard, and be competing their ass off out in OTAs.
I love that. Well, you're going to do it all there, but now we have to talk about your wedding. Don't think we're escaping this
Oh,
without
snap.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. The
Tell me
lady is
about
secured. Yes.
congratulations to you and beautiful Melanie. She's an
Yes.
incredibly talented woman dancer. How
Mhm.
was that difficult for you? What is that like to have to perform? I'm sure dancing at a wedding. Was there a choreography involved? Did she just
Oh,
completely
yeah.
screw you up? What's the deal?
Oh yeah, we had some choreography. It wasn't anything too outrageous or too to her professional level. She brought her talent down to coordinate, for my skill level, which is really stiff when it comes to dancing anyway. So yeah, we had some choreography, and it was a great time. It was such an amazing time. I'm still getting texts about, hey, how that was the best wedding because we did it out in Vegas, and it was.
I saw the photos are gorgeous.
Yes. So she's a big flower lover. So she loves flowers. So flowers everywhere, all over the tables, all over the venue. And so it was an amazing moment to bring our families together. And, it's always a good time. And it's a good time when the DJ has to kick you out, when everyone's chanting
Oh.
one more song, at the end. So
Now, did you hit it? Did we retire the air guitar? Did you hit the air guitar? Did you rip your tuxedo pants? What do I need to know?
well, okay, there was none of that. There was definitely some interesting dance moves that were brought out, with some liquid courage, but no air guitar, no air
No
guitar.
air guitar.
No air
Okay, is Melanie helping you with touchdown? We're manifesting, right? Like what, 20 touchdowns out of you? So is she
I
helping
mean,
you
as many as we can.
choreograph touchdown dances?
Mel has really been my designer, so she puts all of my game day outfits together, and she
Oh.
loves doing that. She hasn't really translated, helping me on the field yet like that though. So
Yeah, I gotta say, I haven't watched it, but I've heard a lot about the docuseries, right? Dancing for the Devil. She is the main storyteller to open it up. It's the number one show on Netflix right now. How
yeah.
proud are you of her vulnerability?
Well, I mean, I've been watching her go through this for the last 3 years. And so absolutely very proud of her and her family, the way they've approached this, and they're really trying to look out for their family member. And so it's been great to see her really try to be as respectful as possible of her sister's choices, because her sister is a victim in this case, and so not trying to put the blame on her and really come out to the public, because it was really what they saw as the last ditch effort that they could do to try to help the whole situation, not just the sister but everyone that's fallen a victim to that cult. So thankful for her mindset, her mentality, and it's one of the reasons I married her.
Can I just ask you, like, as far as Miranda, was she at the wedding? Are things better? Is there like a light as this relationship continues to heal?
I would say things are trending better, which at what speed I don't know. It's really hard to tell because there's really still minimal communication between all of the members, and if there is communication, it's usually very surface level or nothing really in depth about anything meaningful. So it's, call it what you want, but it's more of like almost like a check in the box for, it seems like, for Miranda. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough situation. Like I said, the documentary has helped bring awareness to it, and it's trending in the right direction. So hopefully, there's more awareness, and there's more just healing that can be done in the future, and hopefully some remedies here
I'm
coming
gonna
from
watch
that.
it this weekend. It's the #1 Netflix docuseries, Dancing for the Devil, about the 7 million TikTok cult, and all of that's something everyone needs to watch and be super aware of. I think it's I don't know, I never met Mel, but I can tell that you love her, and congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
mean, this is just like all things coming up, Austin. You have a total new chapter to rewrite. It's Austin Ekeler East Coast edition. Watch out.